What's going on, y'all? Douley checking in with another video. Right now I'm standing in JS Creative Studio. We're about to get our lighting workshop started, hosted by me. Stay tuned. We got some nice gems coming up for y'all, some nice content. We got two models. We got J Brisk and Nye Raw. So y'all stay tuned, and yeah, stay tuned. The community, kind of bringing everybody together, learn together, shoot together, and kind of pick up, one or two things from each other. I don't think I'm like the best studio photographer, but I know a lot because I've done over 200 studio shoots, probably even 300 since I started in 2020. So I just wanted to share what I know with y'all. We're gonna shoot, we're gonna have fun, and hopefully, when everybody leaves here, you learn a thing or two. First, this is our model, Jessica. So we have she's one of our models. I got another one coming for y'all later. She'll be here probably by in the next hour or so. There's gonna be two models, just because it's a lot of y'all. I don't want to stress Jess out, even though I know she's a pro. But all right, let's get it started. So Studio 101, Studio Lighting 101 with Douley. So these are the 4 top lighting setups for studio photography. This is just what is, I guess the word I use, what's popular for most studio photographers, but there's no right or wrong way to light your subject. It's all about what you see, fit for your client or your subject. So you have the split lighting where the light's on one side. So that can mean one side of your subject is lit up and the other side is looks shadowy or dark. And then you have the Rembrandt, which is really popular. I'm pretty sure all of us use this, where you have your light at a angle towards your subject, 45-degree angle towards your subject. And then you have loop, and all the descriptions are right here. These two are pretty similar in my opinion, pretty similar. And then you have the butterfly, which is where the light is straight on your subject. So next one, understanding your lighting setups, knowing the correct settings and how to set them up. Difference between harsh versus soft light, use of the correct modifiers, because there's multiple modifiers. You have deep dishes, beauty dishes, soft boxes, umbrellas. You have the strip boxes, which we're going to use today. Strip box, umbrella. That's like a 60-inch umbrella. And those come in multiple different sizes. You can get in 36. I'm not sure if they make it smaller than that, but I know there's 36, 48, 60, and soft boxes come in all types of shapes and sizes. Rectangle, octagon. I'm sure y'all have seen them if you have or have not, but they come in multiple different sizes. And then how to control your flash power and flash distance. So to start, we're gonna start with one. You guys know that everyone knows the exposure triangle, right? What is it made up of? ISO, aperture. Exactly. So everyone knows that. You have to know that as a photographer. Do y'all know the 3 most important settings on your trigger? High speed sync. Manual. You could do manual. I always recommend shooting manual, but I know some people who get away with shooting auto. So it depends on what floats your boat. Flash power, yes. Flash power, high speed sync, and then there's one more. 3 things basically to set your light up. Oh, is it the distance? Is it the distance? Channel. Your channel. Your channel. Yes, exactly. Okay. So your channel. You have to know, to shoot with a trigger and off-camera flash, you have to know how to set that up. Your channel, each trigger has an ID. So does your flash. There's an ID on your flash. A lot of people don't know about the ID. So you have your channel and your group, which we all know. Channel is either channel 1, channel 2, channel 3, and then you have your group, which is A, B, C, or D. So we're gonna use 2 lights. So for example, one light might be group A, and the other one might be group B. But they're all gonna be on the same ID. So I normally shoot on ID 5. Like for example, if you're shooting with multiple shooters in a room, for example, if we were shooting on this set and this set, and we had a group over here, you want your ID to be different from the group over there, or the flash will be going off at the same time. That's what the importance of the ID is. Exactly. So it's not just about the channel and the group, but you gotta also factor in the ID. Make sense? Yeah. Everybody, make sense? What kind of triggers everybody use, by the way? What kind of triggers y'all got? Okay, I have that same one. Okay, I see that one. Anyway. Okay. I know when I use Cool. All right, so like knowing the correct settings and how to, like I said, knowing the correct settings, how to set your lights up. I'm sure everyone in here, no matter how much you've shot, if you've only done one studio shoot, 9 times out of 10, the next time you do a studio shoot, you're gonna use the same lighting setup, right? Because that's what you know. So it's good to have a go-to setup. And don't be scared to experiment, but it's good. It's definitely good to have a go-to setup. I still have a go-to setup. When I started, for the first year and a half, I was probably using one light for everything. I was doing one light, then I get out my comfort zone and bring in another light. It was a little bit of laziness because you got to set up 2 lights, 2 modifiers, you got to set up the trigger for 2 it's a little annoying, but to experiment and if you're looking for something different, it's definitely good to try it out. So, and the difference between harsh light versus soft light. For example, this is an example of harsh lighting. You see how you can see his shadow in the back? You can't really see it on here, but you can see it on the, oh no, you'll see it. You see his shadow. You see it? Yeah, you can see his shadow. So that's an example of harsh lighting. For that, I used this beer bulb. There was no grid on it. The purpose of a grid is to direct the light to a specific subject. That's when you use a grid. If you want to direct the light in one spot, so if you don't want the light to spill. If you're using a softbox with no grid on it, when you flash, the light's going to spill on everything. But if you want to direct to your subject or the background or whatever you want to light up, use a grid. And that's for any modifier. It doesn't matter what it is. That's what I used for this one. It was that 7-inch beauty dish with no grid on it. And then this is obviously natural light. Just put the subject next to a window, adjust my settings the way I like it, and snap. So there's plenty of different ways to use modifiers. Don't limit yourself when you're in studio. Of course, keep in mind what your client or subject wants to capture, whatever the case may be, but don't be scared to experiment. You have a question?
Yeah. So for the natural light,
Uh-huh.
looking out the window, what would your go-to setting? Like ISO, aperture?
When I'm shooting on location, so right now this was in a hotel room, so I probably have my settings, knowing me, at like a f4, f5, and then I probably adjusted the ISO to get a little more light in there. But if I'm shooting inside somewhere, I don't really pay attention to the aperture unless I really need to blur out the background. I normally care about a wide open aperture if I'm outdoors. That's when I want a blurry background. That's when I really want that blurry bokeh is the word, But other than that, I don't really care for it indoors. Uh-huh.
So, sometimes I watch videos and people say like expose for the background. First you want to expose for your background and then you want to take the pictures. Like, what does that mean? Like, in real life?
So when you outdoors, right?
Like, just give me an example.
The only time that really matters to me is outdoor, on location. You don't really need to expose for the background when you're shooting in a studio, in my opinion. But for outdoor, for sure, because you want to factor in the ambient lighting. When you're outside, you're working with sunlight or maybe natural light from, if you're shooting, like say in the street in the evening, maybe you're banking on the lights from the stores or whatever, you know what I mean? So you want to expose for that lighting so it doesn't look overexposed or underexposed, like the lighting is perfect. Does that make sense? Yeah, okay, cool. Anyone else have any questions? Kelsey?
So for that first shot with the Under Armour,
Uh-huh.
so you mentioned for a shot like that you want to use a graded modifier, or like, I don't know, you said it's for the
For a shot like that, I shot, you see how, this is an example of harsh lighting.
right.
I had this, like, it was no grid on it, it was open. So when the flash goes off, the light spills.
Right.
Make sense?
Yeah. So you didn't use that for that, right?
I used this, just like this on a light,
Oh, without that.
without the grid.
Okay.
Without the
that
grid.
makes more sense.
If I was to use the grid on it, you could look at this, this right here is what I like to call a fake spotlight. Because if you use this,
Right.
it gives you a very rough look of what a spotlight image looks like the blacked out edges. Think of like vignetting. You know what vignetting is, right?
Yeah.
Think of it like that. That's what this will give you an effect of. So I call it a fake spotlight.
Yeah,
But
that's what I said. It didn't really add up to me
uh-huh.
that you used the grid for that. When I'm looking at the picture.
Yeah, no, I didn't use the grid. That was wide open beer bulb, just the reflector on that.
Very bright and.
Exactly. Yep. I was going for a harsh look. This was a little fake sport campaign me and one of my homies did for Under Armour. because I think he lives in Baltimore or he goes to school there, so it was just something fun to do. Yeah, and then using the correct, I want to talk more about using the correct modifier. You have to know when to use which modifier. If you're going for at least for me, when I'm going for a dramatic look, if I'm going for a dramatic look, I'm using something with a grid on it. Something with a grid on it is going to be there because it gives you that harsh lighting effect, or you could even go sometimes without the grid. It just depends what you're going for. Even that strip box with the grid on it, that's also cool for a dramatic look too. If you want soft light, I would personally use an umbrella at a distance. So that's another factor. Knowing how distant to have your flash. I had this one, I think this one was behind her and this one was in front of her. I'm not sure if it'll give you the same effect, whether you move them around, it might not. But I use these two for this shot, for this look right here. Yeah, that's what I use for this. And then I switched it up to a spotlight. For the flashes, when you shoot in a reflector, that silver, anything with a silver interior, the light typically is gonna be harsh unless you like put that cloth, I don't know what the name of that cloth is, but they make them in every size for almost every modifier. But as long as you use something to filter it, it won't be as harsh. But I noticed anything with a silver inside kind of gives off dramatic lighting. So you just have to find a way to, soften it a little bit. But I don't think the flash power matters. I feel like anything 100 and above is strong enough, honestly.
Wait, so that last shot, did you use a snoop or did you use the...
I switched to spotlight for this last shot.
So those ones behind you?
Yes, the snoop. Yep, I used a snoop for this last shot.
Where you like gotta put in or like just the regular cone snoop?
So for a shot like this, to get that defined circle, you want to use like an actual snoop, because it'll give you that, defined circle and good lighting. There's this one and there's this one, but they both give off the same effect. As you can see, this one has the circle in it. If you want a wider circle, just take this gobo out, and then this is what I use to shape light in a lot of my shoots. This one right here, because it's easier to use than this one. I've had this one since 2022, and then I just got this one last year. I like this one way more, and it's cheaper. It's cheaper.
So are they like attachments that go inside of the umbrella?
Yeah, so these are attached. They don't go inside the umbrella. You put this actually on the light. See the Bowens mount? This actually goes on the light. Both of them, they go on the light. Yep, they just like that softbox is on it. These go directly on the light, and they just adjust your flash power. Any other questions before we go to the next slide? Huh? We're gonna shoot today. Yeah, we're gonna shoot today. Did you bring your camera? You did.
I did have one more question.
Uh-huh.
So for the Under Armour, right?
Mm-hmm.
So was this a multiple light setup or was this a one light setup?
This was a one light setup.
Really?
One light setup. I'm telling you this right here, with no bulb on it, like the light spreads OC. Like it'll light your whole background up. Yeah, it'll light your whole background up, or light your whole scene up.
If you had a second light pointing at the background, that's the only way you get rid of the shadow, though, right? If you wanted to. Not that you wanted to, but
Right. I feel like I don't think so. Honestly, in this case, maybe. I think that's what it will cause. I think instead of killing the light, killing the shadow, it'll just make the photo look overly harsh. Yeah, like washed out. Yeah. So I wouldn't even try to do. If I'm shooting bare bulb with this thing, like no grid on this, I wouldn't even bring in a second light, because this is more than enough, more than enough spread. All right, next slide. Turn on there, but there's several. Like I said, the octagon, the rectangle, umbrellas like we have up there, and then multiple different size softbox for different situations and scenarios. When I'm on location, I normally bring my 18-inch softbox, because it's small and it goes on any light. It can go on any light, and it gives more than enough spread as long as there's no grid on it. Modifier and your go-to setup, if you have one. Are you a one light shooter, two light shooter? And if so, like what does your setup look like?
usually at least a 2 light shooter.
Okay.
I honestly want to become 3 because, like, if you stage the lighting behind the subject, it can But I usually shoot with 2, and I feel like I usually shoot with that rectangular grid. Probably either an umbrella or maybe a 35.
35-inch softbox.
Yeah, but something with a grid. I like.
That's actually my favorite size for a softbox. I don't really like the large ones too much. I think I have a 60-inch right there on the sofa.
I used to shoot with
But
the umbrella a lot.
yeah,
It's just a lot.
like I said, when I started, my one light setup that I stuck with for like a year and a half was a 36-inch softbox. That got me through my first year and a half. Yeah, stuck with it. I stuck with it like glue, bro, because until I learned something else, but it worked.
So, okay, I can just say mine. I've never done 2 lights.
Uh-huh.
I've only done 1 light.
Uh-huh.
And I have an 18-inch umbrella.
Oh, you do? Okay, good.
And I also have a softbox.
Nice.
So when do you decide, like, oh, I'm going to use a softbox today or the umbrella? They both have a grid. Like, what's the difference between?
I think, in my opinion, umbrellas give softer light. The reason why I don't like, if I use a softbox, I'm gonna feather the light because the softbox, it gives a little more hot spots, in my opinion. Like, you ever see when you take a picture of somebody and they have those like really bright spots on their face, like hot spots, not highlights, but like hot spots. That's why I kind of stay away from softboxes. I like using umbrellas more. I've used softboxes thousands of times, but
Now the softbox is
I know it's just not my favorite.
And then I use, like, the umbrella as, like, the main,
So you'll use this for your key light.
for my strobe. And
Uh-huh.
I'll use, like, a regular, like, light in the softbox. This has another ambient light.
Okay.
So does that count as 2 lights?
Yeah. Yeah, if you got 2 lights set up, it's
So it
2.
doesn't have to be 2 strobes to count as 2 lights.
Well, no, not really. But what would be? Are you using 2 strobes? Or you have like a strobe and a continuous,
One strobe.
and you have like what would be the other one?
Like, it's like a
Continuous light.
like the ones that have to be plugged in.
Okay. A light's a light. Set up right here. There was a 100 set up right here to light her face up, and then I had a light on this side to light her back up. So that was the first time I used a 3-light setup. This one right here. Not the first, but one of I've used a 3-light setup less than 10 times my whole career. My 3rd light was on her face, and then there was one behind her where that one is, one in the corner right there, and then one right here on her face.
So basically, one light was just for the face, right?
Exactly.
One was to separate the subject from the back.
Exactly.
One was to actually
Light her up. Exactly. Exactly. You got it, man. You gonna write that down. That was it. So I recommend, if y'all don't, I'm gonna show y'all some of these. I have like this in multiple colors for when I want to use gels. These are way easier. These are like, and they are like heat resistant. So like when you want to do like gel type shoots, just wrap this on your light and I just like for this shot, there was no RGB light. I jammed, this one in here with the 100 in it, and then this is what lit her face up. So a softbox, because a softbox is bigger, it's gonna spread more than you want it to, kinda. With the grid on this, it like directs it straight to where you want it to go. Yes, it kind of gave the effect on the full image, but as you can see, the full image doesn't look like orange. You know what I mean? It kind of just gave her skin that glow, because she's dark skinned. Yeah. That's what y'all see behind y'all right now. Umbrella with a strip box in the back to light her back up. And if I want to get a little more creative and make my job a little more difficult, I'll bring in a 3rd light. Or there's reflectors. I got you. There's reflectors too. Y'all know what V-flats are. Yeah. V-flats, you got the reflectors you can take on location, the really huge ones, like these reflectors. You use stuff like this to bounce the light wherever you want to bounce it to. I normally only use this for headshots, honestly. Or like if I'm doing like from like here and up type portraits, but other than that, that stays in the corner. I don't really use it. Even the V-flats. V-flats are cool too. Just depends on how you use them. Just like anything in photography, it just depends how you use it. And you'll either like it or you'll hate it. And you know what I mean? Any questions so far? No? Pat, you were gonna ask. You had your lights like this, facing him, in front of him.
Just like that.
Okay.
When I tried to do a family shoot,
Which two soft boxes did you use?
I brought one
Uh-huh.
one here.
Okay. Were they different?
I felt like that was better. So when I tried to do the rectangle and the soft
Did you like the outcome?
yeah, I like the outcome.
It sounds right to me then. As long as you liked it.
But I wanted to know what was I doing different? Like why couldn't I get it like a clean, right shot?
With the grid on it? Because that grid directs light to one spot.
But even when I took the grid off, it was harsh.
I mean, it was harsh. What was your flash power?
It was 1/18.
1/16? That's pretty high. Especially if you're shooting against a white background. 1/32 is not that bad, but you had that face in the backdrop.
It ain't showing up.
Yeah, just the front one. So this can go over 16. Try that. And then you can also, remember, sometimes you don't even have to touch that. It's just distance. Move this back, move it forward. You can feather it. What's up, Nye? How are you? Nye, Jessica, Nye. Both models. Y'all are both our models for tonight. She's taking a break right now. What's his name on Instagram? Oh, now. Okay. He shot you before? Oh, cool. Yeah, he a cool dude. I've never met him in person yet, but he a cool dude. Keep this off. Oh, it's not you. Who did it? All right, bet. Yep, 1, 2. Good. Another one. As y'all can see, it's a whole lot of shooting going on. We got Nye over here. We got Jessica over there with George shooting her right now. Mario over here shooting Nye. 2 different sets. Flash is set up. It's a lot of shooting going on. Y'all stay tuned. I hope y'all liking the video. Right, Jessica? Test. Good. Another one. Okay. Yep. That 1, 2. Good. Another one. And we're back with Jessica, DJ Brisk. She came in a clutch. My first model called a stomach bug wasn't able to make it. Jess came in a clutch. Jess, I appreciate you. Lighting workshop is soon coming to an end. Shout out to Jessica. Shout out to Nye over there. Still going, but Jessica, appreciate you. Like I said, once again, y'all stay tuned for the content. It's gonna be fire. Follow Jessica at DJ Brisk. Follow Photos by Douley. Follow JS Creative Studio, and we'll catch you on the next one. Anything you want to say?
I had a great time, like always. Subscribe.
Hey man, this was a great event. Shout out to Dudley, man. I learned a lot, and a lot of photographers also learned a lot with lighting. Make sure y'all come to the next one, man. It's a lot: food, drinks, cameras, and a lot models.
One action. Fire. Yes. Hold that. Exactly. Yep. Did y'all see they had an 800 a new strobe?
That poor camera.
This thing shut
Hi, I'm Silvana, and I just attended the lighting studio with Douley, Great experience. I got to shoot with 2 different models, experience new types of lighting. I loved it, as always. Thank you, Douley.
What's going on? My name's Devon. This thing was really awesome. I don't really do photography like that. This hyped it up all the way times 10. So thank y'all for letting me come out here and do this. This is really fun.
What's up, everybody? My name is Alexander, aka Anointed Shoots. I'm here at J Creative Studios Lighting Workshop, and it was an amazing experience. We had some amazing course. We got to shoot a lot, get more comfortable with using studio lighting. I learned so much personally, and we had some amazing models, and we were able to get some good work in and some good shots, man. Shout out to J Creative Studios.
Hello, this is Kofi here, aka Kofi's World. That's KOFISWRLD on Instagram. I'm here at Douley's Lighting Workshop. Shout out to Douley. Photos by Douley right there. And today, I would say today was a great day. We started off by learning some different lighting techniques, different types of diffusers, different types of lighting, importance of lighting, etc., etc. Then after that, we got some on-hand experience with 2 different models. The models were great. We tried our own lighting techniques. Douley had some different lighting setups for us as well. And we got to apply ourselves, which is always great. So shout out to Douley, shout out to DMV Creative Collective, and hope to see y'all again.
All right, my name is Shot by Pat, interim studio manager for right now. I attended a lighting workshop. It was good. I learned a lot of things. Learned about fill light, key light, strobe diffusers, the different types of lightings and the power of the lights, the 600, 400s, 100, the pocket rockets, speed lights. We got a couple of shots up. Shout out to Douley for hosting the event, teaching us his technique, his skills. Pretty much I learned a lot. Y'all come book with Shot by Pat. Come to the studio. Just Shoot Photography, JS Studios.
All right, y'all, the lighting workshop has concluded. Everybody is gone. Shout out to Nah for the last minute. You know, she came through very last minute. We had a little mishap earlier, but we figured it out. Nah came through, Jessica came through. Shout out to them. I'm gonna put her Instagram handle here so y'all can follow her, show her some love. If you were here today, make sure you tag her, all that good stuff. Show her some love. We got some fire content in here today. Nah, anything you want to say?
Thank you for having me. I had an awesome time. Everybody was very creative and very great. They showed me love. They supported me. And yeah, we just made some fire. So tap in, support, like, comment, subscribe, and yeah, follow us and be on the lookout.
Catch you on the next one, y'all. Take it easy. Thank you, Nah.